Hi folks, how you doing? Andrew Finlay here, nutritional therapist at Wildview Retreat in Portugal, and this is a 2-minute speed date on your favourite nutrients. First one, carbohydrates. As we all know, nutrients are essential for life and growth. If we don't have the right nutrients, we will get ill, and then we will get diseases, and then we will die. So it's critically important that you have the right nutrients in your body. The main three macronutrients are carbs, proteins, and fats. Do you know what they are, and do you know what the functions they perform? Let's just quickly focus on carbohydrates today. Carbohydrates, they are absolutely critical and really, really important to have on a daily basis because their primary function is to give you energy. The primary component of a carbohydrate is glucose. And so all carbohydrate is essentially a form of sugar. You have different chains of sugar in the carbohydrate, basically changing the quality of the carbohydrate. You have simple chains of carbohydrates, which are just single saccharides or single sugars. Those are broken down very, very easily because they only have single chains. They're known as monosaccharides. Then you have complex carbohydrates, which are polysaccharides and a series of chains of sugars, and they are much harder to break down. They take longer to break down, slow releasing. So you have simple carbohydrates and you have complex carbohydrates. We in the West have been eating way too many simple carbohydrates, and they get broken down very, very quickly and easily, and they go into our intestines, straight into our bloodstream. The blood glucose is spiked with the glucose, and it increases our energy initially, but then we have these massive crashes straight afterwards, making us reach out for more processed foods, caffeine, and other stimulating substances as a result. Whereas if we're eating complex carbohydrates, then we're going to be having that slow release of energy all day. It's like your grandma used to say to you, remember to eat your oats or your porridge. Slow releasing carbohydrates because they get broken down more slowly. So that's why you want to be eating complex carbohydrates. The other reason why you want to be eating complex carbohydrates is because they've not been processed, and therefore they still contain all of the micronutrients, the smaller nutrients within it, the vitamins and the minerals, which we'll talk about another time. So the final thing I want to say about carbohydrates is that they are critically important because they provide you with that indigestible fiber, that indigestible carbohydrate that we can't break down. So we as human beings lack the enzyme cellulase to break down cellulose, the plant structure. So that's why you often see bits of sweet corn or tomato in your poo when you poo it out. So that's actually really, really important. We want that indigestible fiber. Are you getting enough fiber? Why is that important? Because it keeps the colon healthy, all those coloncytes, all those cells healthy. The colon, you need it. You also need the fiber to increase the gravity and density of the stool, so to allow the transit time, the elimination time to be relatively quick to prevent the toxins from recirculating. And most importantly, you need that indigestible fiber on which for your microbiome and your bacteria to feed on. I can categorically say that the diversity of my microbiome is so high because I'm regularly getting loads of fiber into my diet in the form of a smoothie. That's the best way to get it in, a smoothie in the morning. You'll hear me bang on about it all the time. These are sort of things that you want to be looking at on a daily basis. Pitted prunes, black beans, chickpeas, bananas, butternut squash, broccoli, sweet potato, lentils, oats, seeds, pineapple, melon, cannellini beans, all of that sort of stuff. Get it in on a daily basis because that is the sort of slow releasing carbohydrate that you need in order to stay healthy. All right, folks, thank you for that speed date. Move on to the next one.